Okay, hello. We are on the YOUMMDAY, visiting the YOUMMDAY company on their booth, and yeah, please introduce yourself, your company, and the services you do, and then I also ask you a couple of questions about marketing, how you do marketing for your company,
Sure.
so it'll be helpful.
So we're YOUMMDAY, which is an abbreviation of You Made My Day, and basically we're like the Uber or Airbnb, but of the call center world. So we match companies that need customer experience agents directly with freelance customer experience talent, so sales, customer care, tech support, freelancers all over the world. And we've started in Munich in 2016, and now we've grown up in the DACH region, and now we're spreading our wings and telling more and more people about what we do as a company. And with YOUMMDAY, we're a whole different way to outsource. So we're sort of the next generation of call centers, if you will. And through our model using freelancers all over the world that are all vetted, verified, very high quality, we're able to pass that saving on for paying for outsourced services, because we're a technology company first and foremost. So we pass that saving on to our customers, our clients, but we also get to pay our freelance CX talents up to double what they would in a traditional call center. So they win, and under our model, our freelancers can choose the company they work for, when they work, where they work from, and they get paid up to double. So they're very, very happy and satisfied. So this means they give great interactions to our clients' customers.
Cool.
So it really is a bit of a revolution to an industry that's been quite stagnant for a very long time. And especially on the agent side, they really haven't had any disruption. But now we're really empowering them, making them a lot happier, providing a much more inexpensive service to our clients. And at the end of the day, their customers are much happier. So we're really leading the charge here. Now, there's gig CX model where you have, let's say, delivery drivers or this sort of thing. They do one quick job once for their client, but our freelancers work on a long-term basis for clients. So we're pretty proud of what we're doing here at YOUMMDAY. We're proud that it's a German company now going all over the world.
Cool. And who is your client? Let's describe your client. Who's the best client or your target client?
Sure. So our ideal client would be like an airline that has lots of inbound calls, for example. Another great customer would be a mobile telco. So where either they need help setting up for technical support, or they have inbound customer care lines. Because with inbound customer care in a telco, you can also use that as an opportunity to maybe sell them more services. So it's called sort of sales in service. So any of these big brands that have lots of customers, high volumes of inbound or outbound calls needed, YOUMMDAY's perfect for. But the other thing we're doing is we're bringing outsourcing to smaller companies. Now this is what we call our YOUMMDAY Go service, and with the big packages and the big companies, we have operations team to manage everything. But if you're a smaller company and you want to maybe ramp up your sales with some outbound work, maybe you're a smaller company that would just like to have someone to handle a few hundred inbound calls a month, then you can hire one or two of our talents on a variable pricing model. You only pay while they're working, and then you can just manage that yourself. And this is the thing, with YOUMMDAY, unlike a traditional call center, with our model, people only pay for the productive time of the freelance CX talent. In a traditional call center, you're paying a high hourly rate. So you're paying for all these overheads. YOUMMDAY, it's only the productive time and a small take rate on top. So it's a huge difference that we're bringing.
Got it. And what about the USPs? Like how is your company different than the other company?
Sure. So this variable pricing model is the biggest one. You know, and as I said, we've been passed that saving on to our client, but also we give more to our freelance talent. So our variable pricing model is a key one.
So what you're talking about is that the freelancers also interested to work with you,
yes.
right?
Yeah, so it makes it extremely valuable for them to work,
so
work
you,
for us.
you work to attract freelancers, to attract the people, and then also to interact with your clients.
This is exactly it. We're a marketplace. We're a marketplace.
So is it like a like Upwork or something or it's totally a different one?
It's more of an outsourcing tool rather than Upwork, because with Upwork and Fiverr, etc., quite often it's one person doing one gig for one client once. Whereas with our model, we have big telcos, big airlines, big energy companies using YOUMMDAY freelancers on an ongoing basis for 2, 3, 4 years in the same freelancers. And with our freelancer model, we have people working, with our freelancer model, this is for 90% of them, it's their primary source of income, is YOUMMDAY first and foremost. So our variable pricing is one of our key USPs. Access to a global talent pool. We all know that there's a shortage of great talent around the world, and there's high competition for that talent.
Yeah, the competition is very high.
We have 15,000 freelancers all over the world. You can jump onto our platform and you can choose who you want, no matter where they are in the world. And this is a game changer, having access to a global talent pool.
And what is the main expertise you have inside your company? Is it the managing of those people and the processes and the teams, or also like software development or some specific software development?
Great question. So we're a technology company and we're developing everything in-house. So we have a lot of developers. We're bringing in a lot more AI into our tool, so into our platform rather. So this is a key development ramp up that we have at the moment. So we have a lot of developers. Then we have a lot of operations people. Because we have some very big brand clients that you would have heard of for sure, we have operations people that are managing that remote freelance workforce on their behalf, making sure the SLAs and KPIs are hit, so making sure all that happens. Then of course we have sales and marketing teams as well.
And now about marketing. Yes. Yeah, Chris, tell me, like, how do you market your company? Like, how do you do, maybe if you do digital marketing or only offline, like, tell me about marketing, what you do.
So you're a marketeer as well. You know, in B2B, you really need to have that recall in your audience's mind. You know, 95% of your target market doesn't want to buy, only 5% is in market. So you really need to just keep pushing that message out so you have that brand recall for that 95%. So let me tell you a couple of the things we're doing. Obviously, being at places like ITB is really critical. And we break it down into two methodologies. So we have brand events. We were actually at CCW, our call center world, here in Berlin last week. So we have what we call brand events we're doing, and this is vertical specific events. So travel is a key vertical for us because we know there's lots of companies that have lots of customer care required at scale, and flexibility, you know, we can scale up and down quickly. So this is great for us. So we do brand events and vertical specific events. We do a lot on LinkedIn, which is probably not surprising.
But interesting, how it works.
So we have our own creative style that we have at YOUMMDAY, and we have some of our videos playing. And what we found at YOUMMDAY is that most B2B companies, they're quite stoic in the way they do things. They're saying the same thing. Here's our feature, here's our benefit. At YOUMMDAY, our tagline is work different, so we want to talk in a different way to get attention. And so we do that using humor, some short, sharp ads that poke a little bit of fun at the traditional call center industry and put some attention onto what makes us different. So a lot on LinkedIn, and we use a lot of video on LinkedIn as well. And we're really trying to be a bit more creative in getting attention.
So you do a lot of content, right, on LinkedIn?
A lot of content on
What about
LinkedIn.
outreach? Do you do some cold outreach, connecting with your potential clients?
Yeah, good question. So we do a lot of emails. So there's a few different AI companies that we partner with, and I'm sure you know of these, where you give them your ICP, you give them all about your company, and then they just do multiple emailing en masse. So we're starting to have some success with that. It's something that we've only just tried, but we are getting through and cutting through. So this is really working for us. Like a lot of companies, we're also buying leads. There's very specific industry-based portals that have great SEO, so they sell a lot of leads. So we're testing different platforms to buy leads through as well.
Do you do SEO or paid ads internally for your company, for your website, or are you only like buying leads?
No, we absolutely do. So we do a lot of native lead forms on LinkedIn, and we've had some success there. And again, you know what it's like, it's trial and error. What's going to work? What are people reacting to? We do obviously Google SEO ads, so this brings a lot of traffic, and our SEO is gearing up. I mean, this is a constant battle, you know. You've got a lot of competition out there, but there's great SEO tools for you to find out exactly how your competitors are winning, for you to be able to copy those tactics and maybe cannibalize some of that traffic. But it comes down to great content. Great
anyway,
content.
anyway.
Yeah, absolutely.
What about this exhibition? What about this event? Have you ever, or did you already pick up some clients, or did you meet somebody who may be your client in future?
So there's a lot of promising conversations, and you know what it's like with these events. You have great conversations with people.
As like a meeting for
which is great for relationship building in B2B.
Yeah.
It's so important because people still buy from people. So these events are great for that first connection, but it's a funnel at the end of the day, you know, and it's about how you work that funnel, how you nurture that funnel. But there's definitely a lot of positives. Even at CCW last week, we're already having some demos from those companies that we met there. So it's good, and it's great. We need to build our brand. People know us in DACH region already. We do a lot of recruiting of our freelance talents in the Balkans and Eastern Europe, so our brand is well known there. But we want more people to know us. So right now we're concentrating on the UK, pan-Europe, not just the DACH region, the Netherlands. YOUMMDAY's had a lot of success with some big telcos there. We want more people to know about us because we know that if companies try us for their outsourcing, they'll save 20% straight away because of our freelancer model.
So 20%?
Straight off the top, using a freelancer model.
Cool.
And we know we have such high quality. You know, this is one of our USPs. Only 8% of the people that apply to join YOUMMDAY as a freelancer get on the platform. And companies want high quality, happy people dealing with their customers, and we can guarantee it.
Yeah. And the last question to you is that what are the insights maybe you heard or maybe come up to you during this event? And what about the trends for software for your company and for travel industry? Maybe like what do you have in mind?
Okay, so the reason YOUMMDAY sits so well here at ITB is because with our freelancer model, we can scale up a remote workforce for our client up and down very, very quickly. We can literally send a push notification if one of our airline clients has a spike in incoming calls, and the talents already trained on that project can jump on and start working. No other call center or outsourcer has this level of fast scalability up or down. So this is really one of our key USPs for the travel industry, and that's what hooks us into lots of conversations here. So this is really, really positive for us. What have I learned? What have I learned about, let's say, the travel industry and CX? I think it's that people are sick of the same old thing. You know, they want to find better, cheaper, easier, more scalable ways to do things in the travel industry. And so this is what I think is really key. And you know, travel, the competition in this sector, it just gets hotter and hotter every year.
Yeah.
So they've got to cut costs but maintain a high level of ROI and customer care. And this is great for YOUMMDAY because this is where we slot in really nicely as a tech company with our model.
Thank you very much, Chris. Thank you for your time, and
Thank you
nice
very
meeting
much.
you.